And we are back at Up North at 4. Today we are joined with Jim Bokerin, Manitowish Waters Historical Society, and Dan Lahart, retired high school administrator. Thank you guys so much for coming on and joining us here today.
Thank you.
So happy to be here.
Of course. And we have a big celebration happening this weekend. But for those that don't know, maybe, Jim, if you want to tell us a little bit about this celebration, the Wreaths celebration across America.
Yes, Wreaths Across America has been going on since 1992. It started humbly in Maine with a wreath maker who had a surplus of wreaths and sent them down to Arlington National Cemetery. And truckers also collaborated in this, and it has grown. It went public with a 501c3 in 2007, and now we have 4,600 groups like Manitowish Waters all jumping in and honoring veterans from all levels of service, as well as POW MIA on Saturday. And this will happen everywhere.
So it's big, it's growing. Dan, why did you get involved?
Al McNichol, who's been in charge of it for us since last year, who was going to join us today, but unfortunately was under the weather.
Things happen.
So Al invited me to be part of it. My father's buried there. He was a Korean War veteran. And it's really just a great way to bring the community together, and the support from all these different areas, whether it's the Lions Club or the Alliance Foundation or the town, and just numerous individuals. It's been wonderful to see.
And so with the celebration that's taking place, the wreaths are being laid on the grave sites. Like, walk us through a little bit at the event. What happens exactly?
So right here we've got an example. So that the stanchion, we had these made last year out of rebar, and so that was a one-time expense that the Lions covered for us. So we put those in before the ground freezes at all the grave sites where there's a veteran. And then on Saturday, the wreaths are being delivered this afternoon or tomorrow morning, and we'll unpack them, and somebody who has a family member buried there can put that wreath at his or her family member's graveside. And then others join us as well and put them at other places around wherever there's a stanchion.
And Jim, I have to imagine this is meaningful to a lot of people.
Oh, it is. It's meaningful to me. My father is also buried there, World War II, Korean War veteran, Purple Heart recipient. And an important element of this to the community is that we have members of each branch of the service go to specific stanchions, like this is a Marine Corps stanchion, and then a veteran will put that wreath on, and that whole display will be there. We've also gone to adding to that the members of our community who are buried elsewhere. It sometimes happens that somebody who's in your community doesn't end up in your town cemetery, and we have a stanchion especially for them. And this is really important to our outreach to the community. And the whole thing with Wreaths Across America is to remember, honor, and teach. And by adding this additional stanchion to that, we're reinforcing that. And what's also exciting is other communities are starting this as well. Winchester and Presque Isle, and I'm having conversations with people from Boulder Junction and Lac du Flambeau for maybe next year. So we're so hopeful that this might become part of a new holiday tradition for some communities to layer in so nicely honoring veterans in this way.
Thanks for doing your part.
Thank you. What time does it start Saturday?
Saturday at 11 o'clock at Pine Lawn Cemetery in Manitowish Waters.
Remember, honor, and teach.
What's the weather going to be like? We going to be okay?
30 degrees at night.
Oh, perfect. You're the man. Thank you for the weather. All right.
Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this break.